Hi, I'm Jesse. Welcome back to my channel, JaffyDuck Productions. Today we are going to be discussing, recapping, and reviewing DC's Legends of Tomorrow, Season 3, Episode 13, No Country for Old Dads. So, in today's episode, after being taken hostage by the Darks, Ray teams up with Nora to fix the fire totem in 1960s East Germany and come face to face with a younger and deadlier version of Damien. So, as per usual, there's going to be recaps going to be filled with spoilers. So if you haven't seen the episode, go check it out and then hop back over and let's discuss it in the comments. All right, so let's just hop right in. We open up with Sarah and Agent Sharp having a breakfast after a night together where they worked up an appetite. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nod, nod. Zari comes in, acts a little awkward about it, because she realized that she spent the night, blah, blah, blah. And then, so they realize dishes have piled up and that Ray's not there. In all fairness, Ray's only been gone a night, so they were all kind of distracted by their own things the night before. Wink, wink. And, yeah, in all fairness, Ray snuck out in the middle of the night. They ask Gideon where Ray is. Gideon covers for him, like immediately, terribly, but immediately. And they get a call from the Time Bureau. Gary's calling to let them know they got a message, essentially a message in a bottle. So an ancient bottle and a Palmer Tech phone. So they got this. Ray was sent them a message in a bottle saying, I've been kidnapped by the Darks, you guys just noticed I'm gone, you must assume this. And he talks about Dark taking him to a Grateful Dead concert, and then so it turns out that Ray Ray loves doing dirty dishes, and B, likes to talk about the neurological benefits of putting butter in his coffee. Now, I literally paused the episode when Zari said this and looked it up. That is actually a thing. A tablespoon or two of butter and MCT oil, and it's supposed to have make coffee last, like the effective caffeine lasts longer on you, as well as no crash from it. So, and makes you actually feel full. Okay then. So, cut over to Nora Dark and Damien Dark and Kawasa. They're torturing Ray. Ray's like, oh, I did what you guys asked me to. Does this mean I don't have to be tortured for the rest of the day? And they're like, I don't think you understand what torture is, Ray. So they, of course, take a cattle prod to him. So Nora can't use Amaya's totem, and they start discussing the fire totem. Kawasa backs away from it. She's still afraid of it because it's killed her once already. It may be broken, but you can never destroy a totem. They are forever. So you can be rebuilt, but you have to be somebody really intelligent and smart and brilliant. And oh yeah, they have Ray Palmer. Wow. Ray's like, the way they think of Ray is like, oh, I'm kind of hungry, guys. Can I get breakfast? Like a couple poached eggs, runny yolk. Oh, my coffee. 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 tablespoon of MCT oil. Oh, yes, my coffee. How is that a thing? How is that a thing? Totems are eternal, grass-fed, and he says grass-fed butter. So we cut over to the Wave Rider, where Rip just pops onto it with Wally. And Wally's like, oh, hey guys, hey Sarah, it's been a long time. It's been since my sister's wedding. So it's a great wedding. Right up until the Nazi invasion. And Rip's like, the what? Right, Rip, how do you not know about a Nazi invasion from a different Earth? That seems like something that would be affecting time. Did it happen? Did it not happen? Was this caused by time breaking by the legends? How do you not know about this? This is actually something quite important. So Sharp doesn't want to admit to seeing Sarah as to why she's on the ship with them, and lets Lerp think that they're, you know, Time Bureau's working a little closer with the Legends. Wally's pumped to be there. Um, and then Mick and Nate come in. Wow, Mick and Wally, this is going to be interesting. So, they didn't find them at the Grateful Dead concert, and Mick came back with Jerry Garcia's glasses. And Wally's like, once a thief, always a thief, takes it back from super speed, of course. And Nate's like, no, Wally. We allow light to moderate theft on this ship. We call them souvenirs. So, of course, Wally hands it back. He's really good, and, you know, spending years trying to learn from the Flash. And Barry's like, this is wrong, this is right, there's no middle gray area. It'll take a lot. So, yeah. I look forward to Wally learning something new with the Legends. Ray refusing to fix the Toto, and then they decide to threaten his mother. So yeah, after Nate explained that, I think we popped right into the Sarah directing where they went. So let's see, Nate and so Sarah directed where they went. So after the awkward interaction, after Nate explained to Wally what's happening, Sarah's directing them where to go. So Rip and Nate are going to research. Agent Sharp's going back to the Bureau to see if she can do anything on her end. And she goes to say something to Mick, and he's like, crush a six-pack. Do whatever you do, Mick. But yeah, in all fairness, I'm actually kind of surprised Mick didn't have a line like, nobody kills a haircut but me. It sounds like something Mick would, just in general, that's something Mick would say about, specifically, haircut. So Ray's trying to refuse to fix the totem. They threaten to give Genghis Khan his suit and a couple other things to do with the suit, and then Damien's like, alright, time to get serious, kind of deal. He's like, what if we go pay a visit to Mrs. Palmer, 1981, when she's picking up her boy from school. And Ray's like, I'm going to need a lab. And cut over 2018, and they go to Upswipes. We haven't mentioned Upswipes since the first episode where Ray was working as kind of a technician there for. It's a dating app site that instead of swipe right for yes, left for no, it's up or down. Because they find it more intuitive. Man, that guy's a douche. Somebody called him a nerd bro, not a nerd bro, or a tech bro, or something like that. Very, very accurate. Damien's like, well, I'm a fan of side to side. And starts just beating the crap out of him. And that's when the guy literally says, oh, we found it was more intuitive. Alright. Womp, womp, womp. You know, honey, I think you might be onto something. Oh, I may have skipped ahead on the Legends planning. So yeah. Oh yeah, it's a reason behind Wally's meditation. Lilith's entrance. So he's going to walk them through a guided meditation. Oh Lord. Dark is using Upswipes. And he swipes up on Cupid. And I'm like, oh my god. And he's like, I don't know. I'm not getting any matches whatsoever. The guy goes, well, yeah, put a couple of your hobbies as a there. He's like, well, I am. Like, I like to conquer the world and see stuff burn. And, oh, and I like to try new restaurants. Jesus Christ, Damien. I think they just said, here, we want you to act the most ridiculous you can and just have fun with it. Neil McDonough went, yes. And oh my god, the lines that Neil McDonough has as Damien Dark in this episode are the best. Now, I've had people say the Damien Dark. Oh, sorry, this is off topic, but here's a tangent. So I've had people on both sides. Some people say Damien Dark is so much better in Legends, and some people say he's so much better in Arrow. So you've got the serious one, and then ridiculous mustache twirling villain that he is in Legends. I see the point of both of these arguments. I really like the serious Damien, but oh my god, I think it's Neil McDonough. I think Neil McDonough, once he gave the ridiculousness, like, he went full ridiculous in Legends, and it suits him better. It suits this actor better. Honestly, I don't care enough about the character to go either way, but I land in the camp of I prefer him in Legends. So, to continue with, after that little tangent, the scene with Damien, I kind of mentioned it, but he's on the app and he upswipes Cupid. And, oh my god, it's like Cupid, the frickin' Arrow villain. I'm like, another Arrow villain? And, so, what is it? Yeah, he makes a joke about, one of the guy, he's holding the upswipes bro up top. And, he says, well, maybe you need to lower your age. And, well, he's like, I'm already at 199 and it won't go any higher. And so apparently Damien's over 199 years old. Actually, they reveal his real age later on, and I actually wrote it down. So we'll get to that. So, Ray figures out that he needs to use, that he either needs the power of the beginning of the universe, or supernova star, or like cold fusion. And that doesn't exist. Damien's like, yeah, it does. He needs cold fusion, and Damien's like, yeah, that exists. I killed the guy that made it back in 1962. So Big Oil didn't want unlimited energy, so they they hired me to kill him. It was a pretty good kill too. So yeah, a guy invented cold fusion. A German scientist invented cold fusion. Oh my god, I can't speak. So a German scientist invented cold fusion in 1962, and so they need to go save him from Damien. Damien's excited about kicking his own ass, but Nora convinces him it's better if she and Ray goes, because they need a nerd to talk to Nerd. They need somebody to talk to Nerd, and Damien can't see himself in the past, or it's gonna just screw everything up. Like, not just like break the timeline like they like to do, but to actually break this timeline where they're in, possibly not coming to Nora not being alive, to Damien not being powerful, to something and something. So they can't risk Damien seeing himself in the past. So Nora and Ray go back. They try to get the scientist, and what is it? Dark says, use protection, and goes to hand Nora a gun, and she's like, ew. Oh, not that kind of protection. Oh, yeah. So, while they're back trying to convince the scientist to go with them, they just literally popped into the bathtub while he was on the toilet, and it shows young Damien, and oh my god, that wig. It's a very 60s style haircut. That wig is hilarious. And it's just him silently going through, executing everybody. So, of course, this is very important. Cold fusion is very important. So he's just tearing his way through this apartment building full of agents and just a very cool tracking shot of Dark just killing everybody. So, they go to defend them. They go to bring him out. Damien comes in the door. Nora turns out she is currently powerless. Her powers don't work. It might be a residual effect of Ray's bullet, or the totem might be suppressing it. I'm not sure. And they never really say what it was. So, anyway, she can't attack Damien. And so Damien's coming for them. They shut the bathroom door. They're like, alright, come on, let's use the time stone and get the fuck out of here. Of course, Damien's just shooting through the door, hits the time stone, it's broken. They go out the window, and they run away. So we go back to the legends. It's Wally going through the meditation. It's like, oh, how do you and Nate know each other so well? And he's like, oh, I helped him get over his basic bitch girlfriend, and when he was like mopey for months, and yeah. Wow, well, you stuck your foot right in that frickin' mouth of yours. Though, that's a really harsh line, especially from Wally, but how did Nate never tell Wally the name? Because he's sitting right across from Amaya when he says this. It sounded a lot harsher, especially calling her basic bitch to her face. That's rough. But, in defense of Wally here, and I've had people do this for me, it's really a thing. Like, if your friend gets really hurt like that, you say mean things about the ex. It's happened with me. I'm sure I've done it for my friends. It's actually a thing, and to me that just means that Nate and Wally are a lot closer than they were. Still, basic bitch sounds awful. And problem, but where I'm also on the side of, she did kind of just leave him without any word on his birthday. Now that's some bull crap. Anywho, cut back to 1962. Nora wants to torture the cold fusion out of the guy. He won't give it up. He won't give up anything unless he sees his family, which is on the other side of the border. So they need to find a way to get him over. Ray's being stupidly encouraging. Stop encouraging your enemies, Ray. Ray's adult. He's a good father, so it stays Nora's hand. So they're going through the work. They break into the forger's house, so they forge themselves some papers across the gate. They steal a car, they steal clothes, and they're ready to go. This is all a big montage. Anyways, while this montage is happening, Damien Dark is monologuing to the corpse of the Upswipes row. He killed him eventually. Anyway, so he's monologuing with the corpse. He's like, alright, good talk. I'm going to go back and check on them. So they get through to the gate. Damien with the hair is up sniping them. But they're going to get through because Ray can't lie, but Nora can. And they're going to wave them through with the fake papers. Damien with the hair is trying to kill them. Damien with the powers comes in to save them. Yep. So we cut over to them back at the forger's house. I don't know what happened to that guy. I'm assuming he's dead now. The Darks are arguing. It's like, what are you talking about? And he just turns and like, oh yeah. Should have known Ray Palmer would be a good influence. I'm like, it's hilarious. She calls him a selfish man-child. Demon's mouthpiece, you don't need me. And he's like, oh guys, good, keep talking. Ray, stop trying to cancel your enemies. Oh my god. So we cut over to Legends. Sharp's visiting, saying, I don't have any news. There's this thing with we're trying to get Rip back in, and I'm struggling with the director. Oh my god. And she realizes what she's doing. She's complaining about work, essentially. To somebody's friend is missing. And she apologizes. She's like, how are you doing? Sarah's throwing ninja stars at Damien's face. So, not great, but, yeah, and so they kiss. Rip sees. And so they're clearly not hidden anymore. Sarah's face, kiss in front of Rip. The meditation has led to what looks like the Mollis dimension. And after we cut back to Nora, and we cut back to the Darks. Nora stormed off. She ran into Young Dark. Young Dark kidnapped her. Stop helping Ray. They calls in other Dark exchange scientists for her. So Damien's ranting to Ray, and eventually he was like, I'm not just ranting here not to get an answer back. Ray's like, Damien's still holding him in torture. Ray frickin' helps him through therapy again. Stop helping your enemies, Ray. So revealed, Young Dark has Nora. They set up a trade. Ray tries to convince him to take him with him, to give him a suit and to help out. Turns out, and Damien goes, one therapy session does not make us friends. So, cut over to Young Dark, and there's no monologuing. So, yeah, wow, Dark before monologues. That's a new one. So yeah, I'll cut back to Legends. So it turns out it's not the Mollis dimension. It is the Spirit dimension. It's just, it's being corrupted by the fact that it's in Nora Dark's possession. It's a world between worlds. Time is his cage. So this just proves that at the beginning of the season, when the Legends broke time by using the Spear of Destiny and the evil ones. So essentially, it cracked it open enough for Mollis to start seeping through. And that's what he keeps trying to do with all the aberrations, the anachronisms. He's trying to weaken, not destroy, I don't think, but weaken time enough so he can escape. Which is actually kind of brilliant. Like, it just truly compounds their screw up at the beginning of the season. So, we cut back to the Darks. They have the exchange. He shoots the scientist and throws Nora off the roof. Magic Damien saves her with magic. Other Damien goes, huh, magic. I should look into that. Okay, first of all, 1962. If Damien is over 200 in 2018, that means that in 1962 he was well over 100 years old. How do you not have magic when you've lived that long already? So, turns out Ray has voice commands on his suit, and he's able to make it grow big and shoot himself free. First of all, he's like, his hands are tied together. So, he goes and lowers them down. So, he goes to lower his hands down, and you can't really see on me, but the way he lowers his hands down is like few degrees away from his family jewels, and he's like, let's lower that a little bit, 10 degrees. So, yep, and where am I? Oh, so the problem with Damien, so he's trying to hold Nora up trying to beat up his other self. Not going great. So the only reason that Damien has a chance against the Magic Damien is if he's distracted by trying to save Nora. And that scene goes on for quite a decent amount of time. And so Nora decides to sacrifice herself. She's like, let me go. And so he doesn't kill you because he has him strangling him. So when he lets her go, since it was such a selfless act, she's able to access the totem. She flies back up, and her, like, the little spirit animals that come out are purple as opposed to blue like Maya's. First of all, cool, purple. And Dark reveals he's 257 years old. Or years young. Ray finally gets there, tries to save the scientist. The scientist reveals that the doll he's been carrying around isn't his daughter's, and it was actually where he was keeping the formula to cold fusion. Damien shot him. Well, I wasn't gonna let him ruin my perfect record. Couldn't. So of course German police are obviously here already, and so the German police are already here, and they're coming up to the stairwell. So Damien's fighting off them. Nora's trying to take what Ray tried to take. So she's like, shoot me. I know you can't. So he couldn't shoot Nora again. So he sent a blast and blew up a portion of the Berlin Wall. 1962. Just a little early. Just a little early. And so it caused an anachronism so that the Legends could find them. Legend shows up and they send Wally out because he's a speedster. Let's see how fast you are, kid. So Wally speeds in, speeds out, and it's still in the Kid Flash costume. The latest timequake caused rips in time itself. Damien has an awesome line: speedsters. I hate speedsters. Almost as much as I hate that guy. Completely random. And so Ray's back in the ship. He goes, Rip, good to see you. Is it good to see him? Meh. Rip, good to see you. Literally it was, eh. We don't know yet. Wally got his first souvenir. He stole the fire totem from Damien. Damien Dark. Wow, I'm sorry. Let's see. Wally got his first souvenir. So we get a call from the Time Bureau director, and he's like, all right, we're trying to work on Hamilton, the real Alexander Hamilton from seeing Hamilton. Sheriff makes a great Hamilton joke. Everybody get a ticket to that but me. And so while we're watching that, Gorilla Grodd comes and jumps and destroys the director. Time Bureau director. That makes Sharp the longest running agent there, so she's now Director Sharp. And Ray's got a thing for Nora, admitting it to Nate. Sarah asking Wally to stick around, stay with the cool kids. She goes off on a list. We are the kings of bad first impressions. All stars of bad first impressions. So he thinks Zari and Mekari hate him. And he's a good guy, a goody two-shoes kind of guy. And those guys are less than good. So Nate threw Ray into a temporal zone. Amaya beat everyone up. Mick betrayed them at least 10 times. They are the all-stars of bad first impressions. So Wally decides to stay. Rip hoped that he would, so they didn't have to be as boring in the Time Bureau. And so Rip is back to being Agent Rip. He's been reinstated by Agent Sharp, Director Sharp, So they decide to leave and go back to the Time Bureau. So Rip reveals to Sharp that he knows about her and Sarah, and you're both unique, you're both special, blah blah blah. And so she steps through before him, and before he steps through, he asks Gideon to delete file 354Z. And my Canadian heart went, yes, it said not C. And he says to Gideon, Sarah must never find out the truth about Ava. She is special. Go back to dark and dark. Damien's trying to make amends. Buys her hot chocolate. Kind of like sweeten up. He's proud of her. And so then we cut to him going to get some rum. And it's Nora by herself. And I can't tell if she's fighting back against Mollis or if Mollis's hold is getting stronger. Black veins appear on her head and neck and that. So, yeah. I have no idea what they're going to do with this. Anyways, so that's the recap of this episode. As for a rating, definitely 4 out of 5 totems. I absolutely love this. I honestly, maybe, let's be optimistic with this one. 4.5 out of 5 totems. This is what I love about Legends. It jumped back between serious and joking very well, and they anyways, I loved it. I can't wait for more. Give me more. All right, that's it for today. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you aren't already. Anyways, do all that fun stuff, guys. You know I love you. Talk to you later. Meet me down in the comments down below.